Hey guys, after beating my mobile detailing air compressor to a pulp, I needed a new one for the shop. I knew I needed one. I brought Ivan out from Optimum Polymer Technologies at the time for a certification on OptiCode installation and just general detailing efficiency. So I knew if the crew of folks was coming from all over the country, I had to have a respectable air compressor. So I wanted to walk you through my current setup. Is this the best air compressor in the history of the world? No way. Have I had any issues with it whatsoever at all? None. None at all. And so I want to show you some specs. We'll get it running. And then I'll show you my hose situation here, which I've got connected to this Dewalt air compressor. I bought this at Tractor Supply Company. As you can see there, it's got a 30-gallon tank, 155 psi max working pressure, and 5.3 CFM at 90 psi. So it's got enough to run the Tornador, which is about all I need it for. It's kind of loud. It's got the belt here, which I'm sure there's a good logical reason for why this is built the way it is. And I hope it's sturdy. I love that it's American made. And so that's what the compressor looks like. We'll hear what it sounds like in just a second. Now, I'm not even handy enough to have done this. My father-in-law is amazing, and I asked him, oh, there's my, well, that is a nasty looking seat. That was another father-in-law contraption. He got a bike seat and put it on the Rack Attack Creeper. But of course I used and abused it and threw it in my truck, and now it's right there. Alright, the real world, here we are. So I knew I was going to beat this up and I wanted a good setup. So I kind of splurged on the Flexzilla, well, whatever you'd call this. I mean, it's the Flexzilla air hose, and it's obviously a coil, and it's retractable, so whatever the heck it's called. So you can kind of hear it clicking, and I'm not sure when it locks and when it's going to come back. It'll come back about this far, but then it won't snap all the way back. Just an FYI, I don't know if I broke it or if that's how all of these are. But I find if you give it a good yank in kind of a diagonal direction, it can lock sometimes, but if it doesn't lock, see what happened there? And if you don't catch this, it can get all tangled up and nasty. All I'm saying is, it's a nice unit, but I'm obviously an idiot, and I'm horrible with cords. I could never keep them untangled. Like, I just have a gift or a curse. So, I mean, eventually I'll figure this out. I'm glad I just locked. That's gonna save me. Alright, we're back. We're back in the game, folks. It's exciting. So yeah, I give it a good yank, and there, it's locked, right? I think I've got my Tornador knockoff SGCB. This is fine. I just ordered a different air compressor nozzle online. I'm excited to try that out. But that's a quick connect there. And then this obviously connects here. Quick connect comes off here. Boom. Now, let me tell you one thing that I do routinely with this particular machine is I drain it. And so it's kind of annoying because I have to come down here and kind of get it tight. I always get oil or whatever. But grime from the tank here. But yeah, you want to drain the boiler, not the boiler, you just want to drain the compressor if you can. And so I try to do that, and then I just leave it open. I don't know if that's good or bad. You know, you guys can tell me. But that's closed now. It's going to get loud. I'll try to edit this in post so it's not too loud. But in real time, let's kind of watch it get up to speed here. Okay. That's definitely not closed all the way. Okay, I can hear it. There we go. Okay. How much fun was that, huh? Alright. Turn it on again. That sounds a lot better. Nothing yet. So I find that if you give it about a minute or so, you know, 5 minutes or whatever, that's about what it needs. Just give it some time. Set it down, go grab something else. See, so that time it didn't stop. So if I just leave it like that, it just kind of slacks right at the end. But it pulled it a little bit. It'll pull it to about here, I found. I mean, this unit wasn't cheap. And you can see how it's in the ground there, bolted in. That's where that KXK Dynamics grid stick is. You can kind of see it there. And there it just locked. So I'd say half the time it locks, half the time that was a light pull. That was a light pull. Okay, so light pulls seem to lock it, and then a long pull seems to bring it in. Okay, maybe everybody already knew that. All right, it's ready to rock and roll. So there you go. I'm sure that was really loud and annoying. I apologize. This is my setup. Like I said, my father-in-law secured this unit to the ground. Pretty sure this is just like a sheetrock wall separating me from my neighbor here in the shop. What do you guys think? Any other recommendations? Any good air hoses you recommend? Or the blow guns at the end, I mean? But yeah, this Flexzilla, I'll find it and I'll put a link to it in the description below if you guys are interested. I mean, it's not a superstar, you know. It gets tangled like that, like out of control, probably once a week if I'm using it every day, or maybe once like every 7 to 10 uses I'll have that happen, and it'll remind me to be more careful. But yeah, this is the release here, so I'll get out of the way and I'll... So you can release the pressure there, and then obviously at the end of the workday, I'll drain it. This is a great unit. I have dreams of one day owning something that could power pneumatic tools. I asked Jason Rose from Rupez, hey, could I run one of your pneumatic minis, one of those polishers? that is run off compressed air. And he asked about this number right here. How many, CFM at 90 psi? I told him 5, and he said, yeah, a lot of our tools need 14. So this is not a gargantuan compressor, but I think in the $500 to $600 range, it's solid, it's capable, it's very, very heavy. It's a 30-gallon. It's more compressor than I will ever need, and yet I want more, but I don't need more. This is all that I could ever need as an auto detailer running one hose, and my only downside to this particular unit is how loud it gets. The belt and the whole unit is just rumble tumble tackle football to your ears, a cacophony of just percussive over and over. So you want to wear ear protection or listen to music or whatever. That's the downside of this Dewalt unit. Other than that, no complaints so far. Like I said, I'm hoping, and being American made, that it lasts. If you guys have any tips on how I can keep up on this, obviously you see the dust already. I'm not going to do anything outside of drain this thing. Do I need to put oil in it? You guys know me. I'm learning on the fly here, but I do love learning. So let me know, and let me know what you use, because I'm always trying to refine technique and find the best stuff. Thanks for watching.